Marta Sitkovic to get us underway. Lourdes Myers on the slide for her first kill of the matchup. Boilers lead 1-0.
Yeah, and Purdue with their middle blockers, Myers and Colvin, they're going to have to get them involved a lot. Loyola did a really nice job of shutting down BYU's outside hitters last game. Going through the middle, probably the best way to go for the Boilers.
Allie Hornung, the 5'10 senior from New Albany, Indiana, sending it away for the Boilers. Stuffed at the net, but out of bounds. Point Loyola Chicago, we're tied at 1.
Yeah, good swing there. Boilers going up with a two-man block, but just falling out of play.
Sam Falk, the freshman from Chicago, Illinois. Her first serve of the match. Raven Colvin on the slide. Her first kill of the matchup, 2-1 Purdue.
Purdue in their last match against Western Michigan, they actually did incorporate that slide swing from their middle blockers a lot, and now the first two kills of the match have both been on the slide from middle blockers.
Taylor Anderson sends it away, the sophomore from San Antonio. And right back to Raven Colvin. Back-to-back kills for the senior gives Purdue the 2-point advantage.
Yeah, just a receiving error on the Loyola Chicago end, and that's pretty much an easy cleanup for Raven Colvin with how good and prolific she is at the front of the net.
Anderson a little bit long on that one. The first service error for the Purdue Boilermakers puts the ball back in the court of the Ramblers.
And the Ramblers, they really did rely on BYU's mistakes, and they really took advantage of them last night, and they really did a good job. BYU had a ton of service errors, and Loyola Chicago did not give the ball back to them when they had it.
Boilers have the ball tapped over the block from the hands of Kenna Woolard, her first kill of the matchup. Purdue leads by 2. Woolard came off the bench last night for a little bit of playing time. Dave Shondell going to his bench early here. See how that pays off with Woolard in the middle. Borum tried to sneak it over the net, but didn't get enough as that one's off the tape. An attack error for Loyola Chicago, 5-2 Purdue.
Yeah, Borum is just an amazing setter in Division I volleyball, and she's so creative, but that time just a slight miscue. Couldn't get it over the tape.
Eva Hudson behind the service line for the first time this evening. Ramblers having some issues getting the ball set the way they wanted at the net. Purdue responding in kind. Back row doing a nice job for the Ramblers, keeping it up. Tooling off the block of the Boilers is Olivia Lovett, her first kill of the matchup. Boy, did she have a good night last night.
Yeah, nice swing there from Lovett, coming off of a 6-kill performance. Hit 235 last night against the Cougars. She's going to be a key part of the offense.
Go along with a service ace. Just missed that one there. So the second service error for Loyola Chicago gives Purdue the ball back and a 3-point advantage with Raven Colvin going back behind the line.
Yeah, and she's going to challenge that. Amanda Berkeley. That one did, from my angle, look like it could have been in, but we'll have to look at a replay to be sure. It was called out on the floor, but it was really close. It was a really nice drop serve. That thing pretty much hit right on the line, but we'll see a replay here shortly.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what the call is because that one dropped right in front of the line judge there, giving her a pretty good view at it. So we'll have to see if, you know, like you were saying, if it's close, just needs to touch any part of the line. See if we can get a look at this one here. And Amanda Berkeley 1 for 1 on challenges this evening as the call is reversed. So point Loyola Chicago. And a correction, Olivia Lovett getting her first service ace of the evening. She had one last night. We'll see she can do here on her second. Borum not able to get it over the block of the Boilers, so point Purdue 6-4 now.
Yeah, just couldn't quite tap that one over, keep it in bounds. Hornung smartly left that one away.
Raven Colvin now back behind the service line. Colvin with 37 service aces this season, good for 9th in the Big Ten Conference. To Woolard. Woolard taps that one off the outstretched hands of Marta Sitkovic. Second kill for Woolard here early on.
Yeah, and a couple of early miscommunications from the Boilers just on the receptions, but they did a really nice job of staying in shape. Hudson came right to the front line to dig that one out.
Raven Colvin sends it away with Purdue up 3. A joust at the net, won by Bree Borum. The senior setter, 6 foot from Sterling, Illinois, winning that one. Rare to see Lourdes Myers get beat at the net like that.
Yeah, and Lourdes Myers just a little bit off platform, but Bree Borum, not only is she just a fantastic setter, she's also a really huge threat on blocking at the net.
Chloe Chacoin, first kill of the matchup for the sophomore. Purdue leads by 3.
Yeah, nice swing there from Chloe Chacoin, getting her first kill of the match. Just finding that space right in the middle of the floor. Isolated block from Borum, was able to get it to the right hands.
Ryan McAleer, the freshman from Overland Park, Kansas, sending it away. Ramblers play it. Huge swing into the block and finds the floor for Marta Sitkovich. Sitkovich with double-digit kills last night, looking to replicate that here tonight against the Boilers.
Yeah, Sitkovich just slammed that one through the block of Taylor Anderson. Anderson just couldn't keep her arms on it.
That one came right into our lap there, but out of play, point Purdue as they now extend their lead to 3, 9-6. Chloe Chacoin now heads back behind the service line. The sophomore from Lafayette, Indiana, had a big game last night, her 14th double-double of the season. 12 kills and 19 digs on 440 hitting. Almost got a service ace there, but Ramblers are able to figure it out. Set, Chacoin out of the back row, taps it over. Ramblers keep it up. Set to Hudson. Good job by the back row of Borum. McAleer not able to keep that one up. 9-7 after the good piece of defense finished off by the Ramblers.
Yeah, another good swing from the Ramblers on that outside. Just trying to find the space in the middle of the floor, and McAleer nearly dug that one out, but took a funky spin off the net, and Anderson couldn't recover.
Esma Janovic getting credited for the kill, her first of the matchup.
So Hudson with a good kill there. Just Loyola Chicago not able to flip that one back into play. Sitkovich really tried her best, but just couldn't get two hands on the ball there. And now Ali Hornung will go from the service line for Purdue. Just out of play. So just far out from Hornung. And now Sam Falk will head back to the service line for the second time this match. Reception by McAleer. Now Colvin slams it down into the middle. Good throw down there from Raven Colvin on that outside part to the middle of the floor. Bree Borum just couldn't pick that one off the hardwood. Taylor Anderson, sophomore from San Antonio, Texas. Borum, the attack blocked. The Bullets just couldn't keep it up. Nice swing from Esma Janovic for her second kill of the match.
11-9 Purdue. Janovic looking good from the outside. Now back to serve is Janovic. Hudson down the middle. Good job by the Ramblers to keep that up and finish in the back row. Point Loyola Chicago, 11-10.
Phenomenal pass to set up what was a pretty simple kill for the Ramblers there. An unbelievable assist from Bree Borum.
Boilers trying to get back on track. Woolard tooling that one off the block for her third kill of the matchup. Go along with one dig, and the Boilers have the advantage.
Woolard's had a wonderful 2 games. I mean, the first game against Western Michigan, and just in this first set now, she's having a fantastic game against the Broncos. Woolard had 4 kills on just 7 attempts, so .571 hitting percentage.
Hudson wasn't able to find that one as a service error for the Purdue Boilermakers, their third here early on. And talked about this in the open. The Boilers didn't commit very many errors last night. They're struggling here early on in set 1. As that one is hit sky high. isn't going to be played. Point Purdue after that one hits the net out of bounds. Marta Sitkovich back into the rotation for Loyola Chicago. Raven Colvin back to serve, the 6'1 senior from Indianapolis, Indiana, Heritage Christian High School. Recently a first-round draft pick in the Pro Volleyball Federation Grand Rapids Rise. So after she finishes her senior season here, it's going to be heading to the pro ranks. Chloe Chacoin with the block. 5'10" in your playbook, 6'8" in the heart column.
Just so much power coming through that swing, but Chacoin, not usually a fantastic blocker, getting the solo block for the Boilers there.
3-point advantage for Purdue. Colvin lightly taps it over. Stuffed at the net, Lourdes Myers and Kenna Woolard. Purdue now leads 15-11. Starting to build momentum. We step away for 60 seconds.
Yeah, it definitely helps when one of your bench options for an outside hitter is hitting 1,000. Kenna Woolard 4 for 4 right now in this game, and Purdue signing out at 83.3%.
Another block for Lourdes Myers, the third of the matchup for the Boilers. They extend that 3-0 run to 4-0 and now lead by 5.
That's their third straight point off of a block. Lourdes Myers just coming down heavy on that swing from Anne-Marie Ramis.
Colvin sends it away. Joust again. Myers not able to keep that one up as Hudson dove towards Dave Shondell trying to keep it up, but point Loyola Chicago ending the scoring run of the Boilers.
Yeah, good joust to the net for Loyola Chicago. Just end the run there. Really nice job by Bree Borum. Another win over Lourdes Myers at the net.
Yeah, I was going to say second time here in set number 1. Borum has gotten the better, Myers has gotten the better of Borum. Able to finish that one 17-12 as Purdue responds.
Yeah, and Myers getting a little get back right there, just dumping it right in near that 10-foot line. It's a really nice touch from the middle blocker.
McAleer, the number 1 defensive specialist coming out of high school, keeps that one off the ground. Free ball for Purdue. Anderson to Chacoin. Off the block, Purdue gets it back, plays it. Chacoin again. Long rally. Chacoin into the block of the Ramblers again. Myers back to Chacoin. Stuffed at the net. Bree Borum and Avery DeBleek. A Borum bomb, if you will, back into the lap of the Boilers.
There was no way through for Chloe Chacoin on that one, and Bree Borum with a big block there. That was about 3 consecutive blocks on Chacoin on that outside.
Eva Hudson with the response, her second kill of the matchup. Boilers continue to lead by 5.
Yeah, that's exactly what Purdue has to do. When you struggle with the outside, just go right to the middle because you have the players capable of those back row attacks, and your middle blockers are such prolific hitters.
Hudson 2 for 4, hitting .500. Huge swing and a finish in the middle from Avery DeBleek.
Yeah, DeBleek pulling her first kill of the game there for the Ramblers. Right down the middle, pretty much unblocked.
Marta Sitkovich getting the service ace. The second of the matchup for Loyola Chicago, and it could come at a better time.
Yeah, just Ryan McAleer and Chloe Chacoin talking to each other there, just trying to get the communication down. And Loyola's going to go right back there again.
Almost got it, but Hudson. Eva Hudson with the kill in the back row, her third of the matchup. Colvin and Anderson rotate back in. Ellie Hornung, senior defensive specialist, to send it away. Miscommunication, but Borum gets it to the net. That one sails high out of the hands of Remis. Point Purdue as they re-extend their lead to 5.
It's so hard to beat a team when they're hitting that well, and when the team starts like this, that's just going to fuel their confidence throughout this entire match.
Well, when you're on, and the Purdue Boilermakers The last 2 evenings here at Holloway Gymnasium have been on fire. 5-point advantage coming out of the timeout. Ali Hornung to send it away. Borum setting DeBleek. DeBleek getting her second kill of the matchup, cutting the lead to 4.
Yeah, that's the second kill for DeBleek with basically nobody blocking. I mean, Colvin's not getting over there quick enough, but a very nice quick set from Borum.
Sam Falk, the freshman, sends it away. Hudson to the side of the Rambler block. McAleer keeps it off the floor. Colvin behind the 10-foot line. Ramblers keep it up. Hudson again. Eva Hudson, her 4th kill of the matchup. Boilers lead by 5.
Yeah, it's a good push there from Hudson. No need for a huge swing when you've got the room in front of you in the middle of the floor. No one was able to get to that one. Falk went diving for it, but was too far back in the back corner.
Taylor Anderson already with 13 assists. Had 40+ last night. Raven Colvin puts a dent in the floor, her 4th kill of set number 1.
Yeah, huge rip. And when Taylor Anderson's setting like that, it is so difficult because that one could have.
Indiana indeed does love their volleyball, and Dave Shondell is trying to bring a national championship to the state. They lead by 6 right now. Hudson kept up off the floor. Nice job by the libero. And the finish splitting the block of the Purdue Boilermakers, Esma Janovic.
Yeah, Janovic is starting to put it together a little bit more this match, up to 3 kills now, hitting .286.
Janovic sends it away. Hudson out of the back row. Janovic can't play it. 5th kill of the matchup for Eva Hudson, 23-17.
It's really difficult when the ball's just coming at you with weird topspin and it's coming at you that fast, and that's why Eva Hudson is an AVCA Player of the Year semifinalist.
All Big Ten first team is Eva Hudson. Behind the service line, into the block of Woolard and Colvin. Into the net, called against the Purdue Boilermakers. We saw Purdue have some issues last night in round 1, getting into the net a little bit too much. See if that ends up hurting them here. Here's another look there. Just a little touch with the elbow. Love it. From the service line, Woolard stuffed by Marta Sitkovich.
Yeah, Sitkovich by herself on that block and just threw it right back at Woolard.
Back to Chacoin. Chloe Chacoin with the laser. And that brings the faithful here at Holloway Gymnasium to their feet as the Purdue Boilermakers will see set point here in set number 1. Senior Raven Colvin sends it away. Net violation against Purdue for the 2nd time here in this set, 24-20 now, so Loyola Chicago will see set point number 2.
Yeah, and the only people that can really stop Purdue when they're playing like this is pretty much Purdue. If they keep committing these errors, they might just give Loyola Chicago a window back in this match.
Chacoin put back into her lap. Boilers get another shot. Woolard into the block. Pancake dig. Keeps it up. And that one sails long. And 25-20 will be it. 4 of 6 in set number 1, hitting .667. And try to bump those numbers up here. Eva Hudson, 5 of 9, leading in all kills for the Boilers. Myers picked up out of the back row. Borum. Cross court and the finisher for Esma Janovic. Janovic now has 4.
Yeah, I really like that set plan from Borum, just putting up and clearing the area so Janovic can come and slam it in on the near corner.
Sam Falk sends it away to the Boilers. Hudson. As that one sails a little bit long, a hitting error for Hudson. Loyola Chicago up 2-0.
Yeah, and Hudson quietly has had 5 kills on 10 attempts this game. Just her first error of the match. It really doesn't feel like we've been saying her name all that much, but that just shows you how much she affects the game.
Following it up with a service ace is Sam Falk. And coming out of the timeout here in set number 2, Loyola Chicago up 3-0.
Yeah, Falk had 2 against BYU last night, and now she's racked up her first.
Hudson stuffed at the net. Anne-Marie Remis in there on that duo block. 4-0 advantage now here in set 2 for Loyola Chicago.
Yeah, Loyola doing what they did last night, which is shutting down the outside hitters, and they've shut down Hudson twice in this set already.
Ramblers keep it up. Nice job by Borum to keep that one off the ground after the sneaky set by Anderson. If some is good, more is better. 5 in a row for the Ramblers here in set number 2.
They are rolling right now. What a swing from Ajanovic, just going to the shallow corner once again.
5-0 run. Hudson tries to end it. And she does. Hudson with her 6th kill of the matchup as Borum wasn't able to pick that one up off the Terraflex.
That was a great touch from Hudson. Seeing that no one's there, just touching it to the very corner inside the 10-foot line. Smart, savvy touch there from Hudson.
Hornung with the delivery. Hudson keeps it up. Anderson to Colvin as that one sails long, 6-1 after the hitting error of the Boilers.
Yeah, something has just flipped a switch for the Ramblers and almost for Purdue. It's a lot of attacking errors right now for the Boilermakers, and Loyola Chicago, like they did last night, are taking full advantage.
Janovic behind the service line. Kept up. Into the block of the Boilers. Colvin and Anderson. 6-2 now.
Yeah, nice block, and that came just from a back foot attack. Kind of a half-hearted effort from Lovett. Not really much she could do. It was way behind her. And just a solid block from Purdue, doing what they do best.
Raven Colvin passed Purdue legend Stephanie Lynch last night in block assists all time. Now with 5:53 and add a service ace as well. The Boilers with back-to-back points.
Yeah, and they went for Jordan Bruckner there, and she is not typically poor in reception. She only had 8 receiving errors this season.
Anderson tries to go back-to-back. Ramblers able to play it. Tapped over. Hudson. Nice job to keep it off the floor, did love it. Borum just has to get it over. A free ball for Purdue. Colvin. Good. Raven Colvin with the heat seeker.
It can be really difficult because when Colvin's swinging, it almost looks like she's swinging off platform, and that makes her swings all that more unpredictable because that one looked like she could have pulled it. Instead, she went to the push side and caught Falk off guard.
Scary power from Colvin out of the middle. Colvin with the block. Her second of the matchup cuts the lead to 1. 2 on a 5-0 run. The Purdue Boilermakers have flipped the script, are in the middle of a 4-0 run themselves coming out of the timeout here. Purdue with some momentum.
Yeah, and I think that was a very smart timeout from the head coach, Amanda Berkeley there. Just trying to ease the pressure here. As soon as you feel that momentum flip, you got to cut it off as soon as possible. That's what Purdue has been really good at this entire season. Loyola Chicago didn't really have to deal with that last night just because they were so dominant against the Cougars.
Great job by the libero, Hornung, to keep that one alive. And Eva Hudson with the exclamation. We're tied at 6. Hudson has 7.
And I said it last night, and I'll keep saying it. You can basically close your eyes, throw the ball up to Hudson, and she's going to find the floor somewhere.
Big-time players make big-time plays in the biggest of games, and Eva Hudson has been doing that all 3 years that she's been in West Lafayette. And Taylor Anderson with the service ace. The second for the Purdue Boilermakers, and they now lead by 1.
Yeah, that one just kind of sputtered off of Jay Fitting's arms. Again, not a player that really commits a lot of reception errors either for the Loyola Chicago team.
Down the line, and that one's out of play. Point Purdue, so Purdue gets back-to-back points now. 8-6.
Yeah, Loyola Chicago now really struggling to get anything going. Purdue's on a 7-0 run right now.
Lovett tried to go sneaky down the line and went a little bit too far to the left. See if they can recover. Lovett has to just tap it over. A free ball for Purdue to Hudson. Eva Hudson, 8th kill of the matchup to go along with 2 digs and a block. And the junior starting to heat up.
Yeah, there was just a little bit of space between the hands, and she went right through it.
Ramblers trying to stop the bleeding. And they do. A teardrop right near the line, ending the Boilers' 8-0 scoring run.
Yeah, and Coach Dave Shondell was questioning that call.
Looks like Dave Shondell might be considering pulling out the green card. He does not. Play will resume. Olivia Lovett behind the line to serve, the Lenexa, Kansas senior. As that one sails long out of the hands of Kenna Woolard. So back-to-back points now for Loyola Chicago.
Yeah, now you've got to take advantage here. If you're Loyola Chicago, you've got the serve now. You've got to keep it.
Lovett with 198 digs this season in the regular season as Falk tries to go into the table, but that one was a little bit far out of reach. Point Purdue.
Yeah, just a nice touch from Hudson and a little bit of panic there from Marta Sitkovich. She just kind of swung her arm wildly at that one to try and keep it up. May have been better off leaving it.
Sneaky. A Borum bomb in the back row. Bree Borum with another.
That good swing there from Borum. Just finding that space, and she sees it out of the corner of her eye and just hitting it right over Hornung, who was none the wiser.
Colvin kept up off the floor by Lovett. Free ball for Purdue. Hudson's calling for it. Down the middle, just has to tap it over. Confusion with the Boilers, but Hornung keeps him up. Chacoin, joust at the net. They're gonna say into the net was Purdue, so point Loyola Chicago, 10-10.
You can see it right there. Chacoin's left wrist just coming across the tape there. Good call from the officials. Now a 3-0 run.
That one sails long. Another service error for Loyola Chicago. Their second here early on, but Purdue takes the advantage 11-10. Raven Colvin, 5 of 9 hitting .444, also with 2 blocks. Bree Borum, what a swing. Her 4th kill of the matchup, we're tied.
Yeah, and Borum is a very, very aggressive setter when it comes to that kind of play right there. And she is no problem taking her swings at the ball.
Borum a little bit long there. So Loyola Chicago seems to be shooting themselves in the foot. They get a point back from Purdue and then a service error. So now Purdue with the ball back. McAleer. Stuffed. Avery DeBleek splitting the block of the Boilers. Her 3rd of the matchup.
Yeah, nice swing there from DeBleek, and McAleer just kind of got caught in the chicken wing there.
And that's tough when the trees part. You're the one standing in between. Lourdes Myers on the slide. Her 3rd kill of the matchup. Boilers so good on the slide with their middles. We saw it last night. They're doing it again here tonight.
Yeah, and it can be really difficult for those backline defenders who have to come more shallow because of just how high some of these players get when they're jumping.
Free ball for Purdue. Ramblers weren't able to handle it. Hudson. Kept up by Lovett. Long rally, Boilers keep it on the side of the Ramblers. And the finish from Esma Janovic, her 6th.
Yeah, nothing too complicated there for Janovic. Just seeing the middle of the floor is open, might as well take it.
Anne-Marie Remis substitutes back into the game. Junior from Plano, Texas, hit 365 in conference play this season. That one, a little bit too far out of the reach of Myers. A rare service or passing issue from Taylor Anderson.
Yeah, that was just too heavy on that back pass there, and Myers thought she was going to go shallow. Anderson went way too deep.
Fault kisses it off the tape, but it gets over. Eva Hudson. Hudson, the first player in double-digit kills. That was her 10th.
And Hudson just right through the Loyola Chicago blockers and into the middle of the floor where she typically puts it.
Eva Hudson, 10 of 20, hitting 400. Back to Hudson. Back-to-back kills for Eva Hudson. Her 11th. Boilers lead by 1.
Yeah, and you just keep doing it again. And service reception error from Loyola Chicago forced a free ball there for Purdue. And Eva Hudson is always licking her chops when a free ball is coming their way.
537 kills coming into tonight's matchup for Hudson, which was first in the Big Ten Conference. Hornung keeps it up. Back to Hudson, trying to make it 3 in a row. Eva Hudson is on fire. 3 kills in a row for the junior, and the Boilers regain a 2-point advantage.
That was a pretty ridiculous touch from Hudson, leading all the way back and still getting it over 2 blockers. She is just so much fun to watch.
Hudson, one of the vocal leaders for the Purdue Boilermakers on the floor and on this team. Set at the net, stuffed by Colvin. Somehow the Ramblers keep it up. Tooling it off the block of the Boilers is Olivia Lovett, her 5th kill of the matchup.
And I think just a slight hesitation from 2 Boilers there converging on the dig. It was McAleer and Hornung who kind of just got caught in the miscommunication there.
The Skokie, Illinois native sends it over to the Boilers. Hudson, make it 4. Eva Hudson has scored the last 4 for the Purdue Boilermakers. It's 17-15.
Yeah, it's just impossible when Eva Hudson starts playing like this. She's on 13 kills, hitting 458. I mean, it's just unbelievable. She hit 455 last night. You can't stop players when they're hitting like that.
When you're on, and Hudson has been on here at the end of the season. Borum and Hudson back and forth. Won by the Boilers as that one's tapped out of play. 18-15 after the attack error from Loyola Chicago. Amanda Berkeley came running up the sideline trying to convey a message to Borum, trying to calm her team down. They were in control here, and the Boilers started turning things about the midway point of this set. Kill for Olivia Lovett, 18-16 now, as Lovett sends it away from behind the service line. Down to Woolard. Somehow kept up and over. Again, the Boilers keep it up. Oh my goodness! What a save! Joust at the net. Purdue gets the point. One of the most ridiculous saves you will ever see.
Strong swing on the outside from Sitkovich, just hitting it right over the head of Chicoine, dropping it into space. Great swing and way to get the momentum and the ball back.
Set away by Caitlin Burke. And finished by Chloe Chicoine. Her 4th kill of the matchup to go along with 3 digs and 2 blocks.
Yeah, Chloe Chicoine's putting together a pretty nice match thus far. She's only hitting 167, but she has been a threat on the outside.
But it's been a little bit of a different year for Chloe Chicoine, used to being one of the focal points offensively, but she's been the glue, if you will, for this Purdue team this season, doing it defensively at the net, keeping balls off the ground and getting kills as well. But she's been a five-tool player for the Purdue Boilermakers here in her sophomore campaign. Doing a nice job keeping it off the ground there. Woolard finishes, 5th kill for Kenna Woolard. Boilers lead 23-17.
Yeah, nice swing there from Woolard on the outside, just getting it over the block. Love it, just couldn't keep it up, and now Loyola Chicago really on a razor's edge now.
Rachel Williams, the West Lafayette, Indiana native, with the serve, but the Ramblers are having none of that as they put it back in the lap of the Boilers, 23-18 now.
Yeah, Sitkovich just dumped that one down into the Boilermakers' laps, and nobody was able to fix that one.
Bree Borum sends it away. Ramblers need it. Chloe Chicoine goes wide, out of play. Back-to-back points for Loyola Chicago. Starting to build a little bit of momentum here.
Yeah, tough swing from Chicoine, trying to go right down that sideline. Borum wisely leaves it.
Borum and the Ramblers need to capitalize on the Boilermakers' mistakes. A pancake dig for Borum. Off the top of the block for the Boilers, and Woolard keeps it up. Hudson, a circus swing, keeps it over. Long rally. Hornung can't play that one. 3 in a row now for Loyola Chicago as they build momentum.
Yeah, nice job from Loyola Chicago, taking advantage of Purdue when they're off platform. They went right after Allie Hornung. That one was just too high of her body to be able to handle it.
And Chloe Chicoine ends the run of the Ramblers, 24-20, and the Purdue Boilermakers will see set point here in set number 2. Ryan McAleer. Huge swing and a finish from Esma Ajanovic, her 7th. She leads the Ramblers in kills.
Yeah, she's doing a really nice job. She's having a pretty nice match herself. 7 kills, 375 hitting percentage. She's doing what she can.
24-21.
Chicoine finishes it. And so set 2 goes the way of Purdue. What a set. Some unbelievable saves, some great kills, and just a wonderful job from Purdue finishing it out in the end. You need to capitalize when you have the serve, because that's how you keep the momentum, that's how you gain momentum. And right now, Loyola Chicago is doing a pretty good job of minimizing their mistakes, but Purdue is doing a better job of keeping the ball in their own possession.
Eva Hudson leading things for the Purdue Boilermakers, 13 kills on 24 attacks, hitting .458, 2 digs and 1 block. For Loyola Chicago, Esma Ajanovic, 7 kills on 16 attacks, .375 hitting percentage with 1 dig and 1 block. Boilers a little bit deeper on their offensive set. Chicoine also with 6 kills, Woolard with 5, Colvin with 5. We'll have to see here if Loyola Chicago can get some momentum. They're going to have to pull the reverse sweep for it not to strike midnight here in West Lafayette. The Boilers on the other side looking to finish this one off in a sweep fashion. 14 of their last 15 wins have come from sweeps. The Boilers have been dominant here on the back half of the 2024 season, trying to make a deep run in the NCAA tournament. Earn the first ever Final Four appearance for the Boilermakers here this season. What a way it would be for Purdue to end it in their golden year, to end with gold in Louisville. Underway here in set number 3. Service ace for Loyola Chicago, a good start.
Yeah, poor reception there from Chloe Chicoine, just couldn't handle that one. An unfortunate start to the 3rd set for Purdue, but pretty much the dream for Loyola Chicago, a first very easy point.
Replicating what they did in set number 2. Hudson with the kill, 14th of the night for Eva Hudson.
Yeah, Hudson just doing a really nice job of spreading out her attacks and just putting it in different places. She'll go in the middle of the floor, then she'll go to the far corner, and maybe she'll put a couple on that near sideline.
Another service error for Loyola Chicago. For Purdue. So ball back to Loyola Chicago. Purdue with 4 service errors this evening, but the Ramblers haven't made them pay for them yet. And they respond with one of their own. So after the exchange of service errors, Purdue with the ball back.
Yeah, and if there's one thing that you can't do if you're the Ramblers is give a service error right back to Purdue. That would have been a perfect time to take a run, but they just couldn't do it, couldn't keep the ball in.
So Purdue with the advantage. Into the block. A great swing from Janovic. She's been good for the Ramblers here.
Yeah, and I think something that might be actually a little worrying for Loyola Chicago is the fact that Bree Borum's only on 19 assists. Taylor Anderson's on 30.
Borum, one of the unquestioned leaders for this Ramblers team. See if she can get her team going here. There's an attempt. Boilers keep it up. Hornung to Hudson. Hudson taps it over. Kept up by Janovic. Beautiful dig there from Chacoin. Hudson tools that off the block of the Ramblers. 15 kills for Eva Hudson.
Yeah, just putting that off the outside blocker there and just falling in. Falk just couldn't get the pancake dig in.
Eva Hudson. Ramblers into the tape. An attack error for Loyola Chicago. Purdue leads 4-3.
That was the 14th attack error for the Ramblers this game. They have been struggling a little bit on the attacking end, just in terms of not giving away those free points.
Raven Colvin with the block. Her 5th of the matchup. Back-to-back points for the Boilers.
And then there's others that you just can't really do anything about it. Raven Colvin is one of the best blockers in the country, if not the best. I mean, she is unbelievable, and sometimes you're just going to get it blocked. You have to accept that when you're playing Purdue.
Hornung with another circus dig, and Hudson gets it over. The Boilers are ridiculous tonight. But Loyola Chicago responds with the energy off the block of the Boilers for the kill. Siding out now at 57.4%. Trying to pull even with the Boilers here.
Yeah, the scramble from the Boilers this game has been very, very solid on defense. Just a bunch of circus plays that have really gone their way.
Chacoin. Nice job there from Falk to keep it up. Raven Colvin, period.
Yeah, really underrated touch from Allie Hornung to set that up when the ball's spinning that much in the air, to get just a really nice soft touch on it, just to pop it up nicely for Anderson, who gives it to Colvin with a ferocious swing at the ball.
Colvin now behind the service line. Lourdes Myers with the solo block at the net. Myers now with 3 blocks on the evening.
Yeah, Borum tried to be her creative self once again. I just think the ball was just a little bit too close to the net, and Myers was able to get her hands on it before really it even cleared the airspace.
Ramblers play it. Chacoin keeps it up. Anderson to Woolard. And Kenna Woolard. Oh, Bree Borum. What a play from Loyola Chicago, keeping it up. Chacoin stuffed. Hudson keeps it up. Woolard gets it over. Oh my goodness. Stuffed at the net. Net violation called against the Purdue Boilermakers. Point Loyola Chicago after a long rally.
Yeah, more circus defense now from both teams, just recovering. What a recovery. And great bump over from Borum. And then Purdue was able to keep it in on their own as well, but a net violation ended that point prematurely, I believe.
Pinballing around, but Loyola Chicago and Kenna Woolard with the smile and the 5th block of the matchup.
10 blocks now for Purdue. This is what they've done all season long. They averaged 2.76 a set, and now they're at 10. They've already met their total from their game last night against Western Michigan. We'll see how many more they can pull in this match.
Hudson out of the back row. And Eva Hudson with her 6th kill of the matchup. Boilers up 4. You look down the stat sheet too, normally the names you're used to seeing in the block column, Raven Colvin and Lourdes Myers. 5 for Colvin, 4 for Myers, but you have Kenna Woolard with 5 as well. Normally an outside hitter. As that one falls out of play, point Purdue 10-5 now, but Kenna Woolard doing what she has to do to stay on the floor, playing defense for the Boilermakers. They lead by 5. We step away for 60 seconds here and finish the Ramblers off here with a clean sweep. And punch their ticket for a date in the Sweet 16. And Ryan McAleer with the service ace, her first of the matchup. A great response for the Boilers out of the timeout. They lead now by 6.
Yeah, those drop serves from McAleer have been an issue for pretty much everyone that's encountered them. They're so hard to dig out because they're dropping pretty much 5 feet under the net.
And that's part of the reason why the freshman from Overland Park, Kansas has been in the starting lineup for the Boilers pretty much all year. And Eva Hudson quietly with another one, 17th kill of the matchup for Hudson as she inches ever closer to 20.
Yeah, she had 21 last night. She's probably going to try and match that total tonight against Loyola Chicago. I mean, it is just unbelievable the amount of skill and precision that she brings.
Nice save there by McAleer, and Chacoin finishes. Purdue is on a massive run right now, 6-0 scoring run.
Yeah, that time Chacoin with some creativity, just tossing that over the back shoulder. Loyola Chicago was not ready for that one, and it really does feel like it is all Purdue this set.
McAleer goes back-to-back, her second service ace of this rotation. And that'll bring the faithful here at Holloway to their feet as Amanda Berkeley needs to call a timeout and talk about it. See a look around at the mascots here this evening. Purdue Pete. Loyola Chicago brought their cheer squad and their mascot down from Chicago. Blocked from Chloe Chacoin, her 3rd block of the matchup. And the Boilers now lead by double digits.
Yeah, and it just doesn't feel like there's any fire coming from the Rambler side of the court right now. I mean, it could really be all over if just a couple more points go by.
Lourdes Myers with the block, her 6th. Boilers on a 9-0 scoring run.
I mean, it's impossible when everyone's this locked in. Lourdes Myers went up solo block and dumping it back into the Loyola Chicago hands.
And that one doesn't make its way all the way over. So the run ends at a 9-0 scoring run. Purdue leads by 10. 9 points away for the Boilers.
Fantastic run at the line from McAleer, by the way. 9-0 scoring run plus 2 service aces.
Again, Purdue keeping it up on Hornung and Chacoin. But a big response on the outside from Marta Sitkovich.
Nice swing there. Just trying to get a couple of points back here. Just try and play simply. They don't have any more timeouts, so they've got to really buckle in for what is going to be the hardest part of this match.
Anderson to Chacoin, and Chacoin just taps it over the block and finds the floor.
Yeah, it's a nice touch from Chacoin. Almost a half joust, but Purdue, everything falling their way this set.
8 kills on 250 hitting for Chloe Chacoin. 6 digs and 3 blocks. And add a service ace. Chacoin feeling good here this evening.
Yeah, those short serves have really been killing the Ramblers this set. From McAleer and now Chacoin. And she can mix it up a couple times too.
Puts a little bit more on that one, kisses it off the tape. Chacoin out of the back row, keeps it up. The Ramblers with another opportunity. Not able to keep it up, and the kill from Esma Ajanovic, her 9th.
Yeah, nice swing there from Ijanovic as she continues to compound on what has actually been a very, very solid match from her. 9 kills on 400 hitting percentage. It just wasn't meant to be, I suppose.
Aaron pass there. The Oilers control it. Ramblers have the ball back. Into the hands of Myers. Back on the outside. And the finish for Esma Ijanovic, her 10th.
Yeah, in the double digits now and just fitting it right around that Purdue block on the outside.
I feel the Ramblers keep feeding Ijanovic. She's on fire here. Hudson tooling that one off the block of the Ramblers. Point Purdue 19-10 now as Hudson has 18 kills. Allie Hornung sends it away. Another short set for the Boilers. Ramblers can play that one. Chicoine, nice dig out of the back row. Another dig for Chicoine out of the back row. McAleer to Hudson. Eva Hudson, 19th kill of the matchup.
So hard, really nice defensive play there from Chloe Chicoine. 2 straight digs on that one. Loyola Chicago trying to stay motivated in this one, but right now the road back is very long and narrowing by this point.
McAleer wasn't able to keep that one up. 10th kill, excuse me, the 10th point of set 3. 20-10. Anderson to Colvin on the slide. Raven Colvin, her 7th kill of the matchup. Go along with 5 blocks. The Boilers are 4 away.
Yeah, and Purdue hit just this complete flow state about 8 points into this set, and they have been on that train the entire time. They're hitting an even 400 as a team right now. I mean, it's just so hard to compete when a team is playing that well.
Video game numbers from the Boilermakers as they look to finish this one off. Swing and a kill from Anne-Marie Remis off the block of the Boilers. Correction into the net was called.
I think Colvin may have just sent that one back. I couldn't really tell from our angle. But regardless, another just slight mistake from Loyola. But again, better defense from Purdue has really been kind of just the norm this match.
Long story short, point Purdue 22-10. That one falls on the Boilers side and hits the floor. So point Loyola Chicago 22-11. Ijanovic back to serve. Anderson to Hudson. Eva Hudson, the 20th kill of the matchup. Back-to-back nights, back-to-back games of 20 or more kills. Hudson is as advertised.
Yeah, Hudson, 562 hitting percentage. I don't really have to have more words. That number speaks for itself. She is just such an unbelievable player.
That one sails long, and with the error, 24-11, the Purdue Boilermakers will see match point, looking for the sweep. Loyola Chicago lives to see another play as that one hits the floor, 24-12, and for the second consecutive set, they will see a second set point. Chicoine. How sweet it is! The Purdue Boilermakers finish this one.